Well, hello everyone, Bird Lady here, coming to you guys with a quick video. Today is January 23rd, 2022, so it has been officially 2 months since I have had my gastric bypass surgery. Just want to give you guys an update, so let's jump right into it. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is not your first time, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope that you do decide to join the family and stay by hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and of course ringing that bell. Now, I always have to put this out here. This is a very diverse channel. I talk about all types of things on this channel. But lately, the bulk of my videos will be parrot care and weight loss / gastric bypass videos. And if you're interested in it, but I also talk about true crime, history, social commentary. Every now and then, which side of my locks on? Okay. Every now and then you will get a lock care video or a lock update video. I talk about everything. But if you are here for the gastric bypass or just the weight loss videos, I definitely recommend that you turn on the notification bell so you will not miss when I post a weight loss or gastric bypass video. So with that being said, it has officially been 2 months since I had my gastric bypass surgery. I had my gastric bypass surgery on November 23rd of 2021. Today is January 23rd of 2022, and I know what everybody wants to know in the beginning. Officially, I have lost 47 pounds in these 2 months. The day that I had my surgery, I was 276.8 or 276.6 pounds. Today, when I weighed myself, I am 229 pounds. I really thought that I would hit that 50-pound mark by the time I hit 2 months, but I am still struggling to get in enough calories. I did hit a stall for maybe close to 2 weeks. I was stuck at 331, and I know you're like, 2 weeks stall, that's not really much of anything, but I was losing anywhere between a minimum of 2 to 5 or 6 pounds a week. So my weight loss, I knew it would slow down now that I'm eating more foods, but I know that it wasn't supposed to stop. So I sent my surgical team, my dietitian, as well as my RN, I sent them a copy of my food log, and they came back to me, you're still not getting enough calories. So I'm still barely getting 600 calories. Some days I can hit 700, but I'm still not getting enough calories. So what my body has started to do was, and then I'm working out 7 days a week as well. So what my body has started to do is, now that I'm working out, I'm working out more rigorously now. I'm not getting enough calories in. My body's like, I'm not letting anything else go. I'm holding on to this weight. It's like in starvation mode. I'm holding on to this weight. I'm not letting it go. So just working with my team, they told me, just eating an extra yogurt a day or drinking an extra protein shake a day will give you more calories. Like, for instance, I like to make my own protein shakes with using the bariatric fusion protein shakes. And stay tuned, I will do another video right after this one to let you know how to get more protein in, or how I get so much protein in, because sometimes my protein is like over 100 grams of protein a day. And just to share with you guys, because I know a lot of people struggle to get their protein in, but just adding an extra shake if I am busy or if I am off somewhere, if I'm running late for work. And I know you're like, you work from home, how can you be late for work? But like the other day, my parrot had made a big mess in its cage. So what I had to do was I had to clean out the cage. Wasn't expecting doing that day because I just cleaned it out the day before, but he made a huge mess in the cage. So that took up a lot of my time, and I ended up almost being late for work. So I didn't have time to really make a shake. I just use these when I don't have time. And if you can see this, I'm pretty sure you can. It's probably better if I put a picture, but this is a Premier protein shake, and it has 160 calories in it. So I always drink a shake for breakfast, and I have one shake a day, but just throwing one more shake in at night before I go to bed will give me an extra 160 calories a day. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just throwing an extra shake, either a bariatric fusion shake if I have time to make it, or either a Premier protein shake. Those are my top two shakes that I use. But anyway, how I feel amazing. I feel really, really good. Believe it or not, as far as my body goes, I did start lately. I have started to feel a little bit weak again, because I do get a B12 shot every 23rd of the month, and I gave myself my shot this month, and I'm very proud of myself because I couldn't do it last month, but I did it this month. And I can tell when it's time for me to get the shot again, because my energy starts to kind of really go down. So I have the B12 injections that I have to give myself once a month, and I still take the sublingual B12 about 2 to 3 times a week as well. So overall, I feel really good. This week, I was able to run this week. Granted, I only was able to run like a minute to 2 minutes at a time, but I did the run walk intervals, and I haven't been able to run probably in over a year. I haven't been able to run without feeling like I was going to pass out. So that was very encouraging and exciting for me to be able to run. I'm excited I look forward to getting up in the morning. I look forward to working out in the morning. I look forward to doing all these different things. What I have been doing is I haven't been walking my dog. I haven't been walking outside because I don't like the cold. And so I have been on my treadmill. And what I do on my treadmill, this week I decided I'm not just going to walk at a brisk pace. I am going to try running. But I was I look forward to getting up in the morning. I look forward to working out. I look forward to running. I look forward to doing my arm day, and then I'm look forward to doing my leg day. I look forward to working out now. When I felt so defeated before. So that's one of the things that I really, really love now, that I'm actually able to work out, and I feel in my body, I feel so much better in my body overall. I still struggle. Like I said, I still struggle to eat. And my team told me that I'm just one of those people who is just very restrictive, where when a lot of people who have the surgery, the longer it goes, they can start to kind of stretch out and get more food, but my pouch isn't stretching, so I'm very restricted in what I can get, and I don't have that hunger hormone ghrelin. It hasn't kicked back in yet. I can go days without eating if I wanted to. Granted, I never do that, but if I wanted to, I could, because that hunger hormone called ghrelin, it hasn't kicked back in yet. I'm never hungry. I never get hungry. What I have to do is I eat pretty much every 2-3 hours. I'm like, I have a new job and we're on Zoom, and I'm always on Zoom just eating. And I reached out to my supervisor and I'm like, look, I got some medical, I didn't tell him what was going on. I just told him, I said, I have some medical deficiencies and I have to eat every 2-3 hours so I can take my vitamins every 2-3 hours. And if I take my vitamins without food, then I get sick, which is true. I don't want food. I don't want to eat, but the only reason I eat is because I know I have to live and I know I have to take all these vitamins. And when I try to take the vitamins on an empty stomach, I get really, really nauseous. So I reached out. I'm like, hey, is it okay if I eat on camera? And they're like, yeah, you're cool. You're good. If you want to turn your camera off because you feel uncomfortable, that's fine, but you're good. So, yeah, I have to set an alarm to remind myself to eat, because I don't get hungry. I could go all day and not eat and it wouldn't make a difference to me. I haven't started getting hungry yet. Now, if I smell something that, like I talked about cooking the fried chicken for my husband, or my husband cooking fried chicken, that would kind of wake up my taste buds, but I still don't have that hunger that I should have, so I will do a video to let you know what my day looks like, what I eat in a day, but I don't eat a lot. I'm still having trouble getting enough food in, getting enough calories in, which I hope that the longer that it goes, it will get better, which they keep telling me, the longer you go, the more different foods you start eating, it will get better. You will start to get that hunger back. But I'll never be hungry like I was before I had the surgery. But I'll never be able to intake as much food before I had the surgery, unless I just stretch it back out, which that is possible. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it with my 2-month update. Down 47 pounds. Still not getting enough calories. I feel great in my body. I'm able to work out, and what really just was everything to me is I visited my brother and my mom a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to run around and chase and have my nieces and my nephews chase me. Granted, this is a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they're busy children. They are busy children, and I was able to keep up with them. And I just really enjoyed just running around with my nieces and nephews, which is something that I haven't been able to do. When we went to South Carolina when my family and I went to South Carolina, we went on a vacation to Hilton Head. I couldn't even lift up my legs to rollerblade. With my little brother, I couldn't run around and chase my niece. She wanted to play, and I'm like, I'm coming. And at the time, I think she was 4 years old at the time. She just turned 5, and that bothered me that I couldn't be active with my family, and now I can. Losing 47 pounds and starting to work. It's amazing. It's amazing. Things that I've noticed, I know someone may ask this, but the things that I've noticed with changes in my body. The thing I noticed the other night, and I know this is probably going to sound weird, is I was taking a shower and I was washing my back. And I noticed that I can use one hand to wash both sides of my back. Like I can use my left hand to wash the right side of my back into like my right side. And usually I would have to wash one side, left side with the left hand, and the right side with the right hand. But now I can take and I can use one hand to wash the entire back. So that's how I know that my body is actually shrinking. Not only am I losing pounds, but I'm losing inches. And I think I demonstrated to you guys before in the last video with my husband. When the day we got married, my pastor was like, do you want me to get the holy oil, because he couldn't get my ring on. And now I have trouble keeping my rings on. I have trouble keeping them on. So it's just little things like that I'm starting to notice. I'm starting to notice that my little double chin is getting smaller. I've noticed like back to my back that I had 2 very deep rolls in my back, and I don't have those I had 2 really deep creases in my back, and I don't have those 2 deep creases in my back anymore. I really wish I would have taken my measurements the day of my surgery, but I just didn't think about it. No, I did think about it. I couldn't find my tape measure, and I was kind of like in a rush. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measurements tonight and just keep up with it going forward. The measurements on my arm, my thighs, my legs, and of course my waist and my bust. Speaking of bust, this might be too TMI, but I'm losing my chest, and it ain't cute. It's not cute. I'm losing my chest and gravity's kicking in. I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can figure out the rest. In which I knew that was gonna happen, and I'm getting a lot of loose skin on my arms. I'm getting, when I walk and I don't have like tights on, I notice my legs are a little bit more jiggly, so I'm developing loose skin on my legs. That's why I have started doing the 21-day fix, upper and lower fix, for my my arm day and my leg day. So and a lot of people ask, like, are you going to get reconstructive surgery? No, I'm not. Whatever loose skin I have, that's what I'm gonna have, because like I said in the beginning, I never had the surgery for cosmetic purposes. I had the surgery because I felt like I was I didn't have long. I felt really, really bad in my body, and I wanted to feel better. You know, not look better, but feel better. So I'm not having the loose skin taken care of. If it's loose skin, it's just loose skin. It's just going to be there. I'm not having my bust reconstructed. You know, if they end up looking like deflated balloons, oh well. They're just going to look the way they're going to look. If I have loose skin on my stomach, it's just going to be loose skin on my stomach. I'm not doing any kind of cosmetic reconstructive surgery. I'm not doing a tummy tuck. I'm not doing what do you call where you take the fat out your arms, the liposuction. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not getting the skin cut off and sewn up and my arm tight, my skin tightened. I'm not doing any of that. However I end up looking, once I know this is the rest of my life, but whatever my bottom weight ends up being and how my body ends up looking, that's just how it's gonna look. It's just how it's gonna look. Because like I said, and I say it again, I didn't do this for cosmetic or vanity purposes. I did this because I wanted it to feel better and get healthy. So the question that a lot of people ask me, are you going to do, if you have loose skin, are you going to do this, that, and the other? No. But what I'm doing right now to try to combat the loose skin is I'm just starting to do heavier weights. Even with the lighter weights, I'm starting to do more reps. I'm starting to just really start working on doing squats and, you know, all these type of things to try to tighten my body up and where it won't be so much loose skin, which my team told me I probably wouldn't have to worry about a lot of loose skin, just some. That's pretty much it for my 2-month update. Really not a change from, and I do want to mention that I can eat a lot more foods than I could before. Like right now, I've been cleared to eat spaghetti. I've been cleared to eat pasta, which is my weakness. So I haven't eaten it. I can eat whole grain pasta. Pasta is the devil for me. I feel like if I start eating pasta, I wouldn't do it in moderation. I would go overboard with it. And then I will set myself back and I would have done all of this for nothing. Because even though I can't eat a lot, if I eat a lot of the wrong things, I'm going to be in the same predicament that I was in before. And that really won't make any sense. I can eat cereal, but I don't. I want some Special K so bad, but I haven't eaten it because I'm just so afraid if I start back opening myself up to these different carbs, then I'm not going to be able to shut that door. So it's kind of like an alcoholic. You want to completely stay away from it. So I get my carbs from my fruit and my veggies, my beans is where I get my carbs from. I can eat like oatmeal. I've pretty much completely taken out all meat from my diet because since having this surgery, my body really isn't responding well to meat. The only thing that I eat is fish and eggs. So I do eat seafood and I do eat eggs. Being a plant-based pescatarian, I guess that's how you would describe what I am. It's not really that hard because one thing I have discovered is Impossible meats. The Impossible burgers, delicious. Impossible ground beef, delicious. Impossible sausage, magnifique, just amazing. I made a pizza casserole. I actually put it on my community page how I made it. I made a pizza casserole and it was so delicious. And I used Impossible sausage. And I've discovered Rayo's. Yeah, I've discovered Rayo's pasta sauce. It is extremely expensive. It's like $10 a bottle for it, but it's only made with like 4 or 5 ingredients. Like it's natural, simple, doesn't have the sugars and all that stuff in it. It's again magnifique, wonderful pasta sauce. So when I had my spaghetti cravings, I just made some Impossible meatballs. I stuffed them with mozzarella cheese, and I did the mozzarella meatballs, and I put the Rayo's Italian sausage pasta sauce on it, and it was delicious, and it satisfied that spaghetti craving that I was having. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Besides, the only downside is, like I said earlier, is eating seems like a job. You know, I have to eat on schedule. I have to make a schedule for me to eat. And not only a schedule for me to eat, but a schedule for me to take my vitamins, because certain vitamins can't be taken within 2 hours of each other. You have my thyroid medication. Iron can't be taken with calcium, and I have to take calcium supplements 3 times a day. One thing about having bariatric surgery, a lot of people, once they have the surgery, they become very fertile. So with that, I had to get on birth control pills, because they don't want you to get pregnant for at least a year after you've had the surgery. You are likely to miscarriage if you get pregnant within that year. And a lot of nutrients wouldn't be able to go, because you're already malnourished with the surgery. You already deal with malabsorption for yourself with the surgery, and just imagine getting pregnant. So, and my birth control pills can't be taken close to my thyroid medicine. It's just, I have to spread everything out. I can't take anything without eating, and I have so many. If you knew how many supplements I took, I may do a video to show you guys how many supplements I have to take, but I have to take a lot of supplements. And eating becomes, it feels like a job. I have to set timers when to eat. When I eat, I have to take these supplements. And I'm not hungry, so I'm basically forcing myself to eat, and it's not fun. Eating is not fun for me anymore. It's not fun for me anymore. The emotional side of eating, I think I'm doing well with that, because I've really gotten back to my spirituality, which is Jesus Christ, Christianity, which, you know, is just being a Bible believer, a Jesus believer. You know, he loves us. I have to let you guys know he loves you. He died for you. You know, I have to put that in there, because I love you, and, you know, I don't want to see anybody lost. But just letting you know that, because I used to turn to food when I felt a certain type of way, when I was depressed or whatever. But if I feel a certain type of way now, I really honed in on seeking the Lord, and just really just doing a lot more praying, a lot more reading my Bible, a lot more meditating in the Word of God than I used to do. And that's really helped with, you know, the emotional side of eating for me, because I used to eat and stuff all those feelings down. I can't do that no more. I can't do that anymore, not only because I'm not hungry, but because I just can't. You know, physically, I can't. So it's just really pushed me to really just focus back, put my focus back on where it's supposed to be, which is Jesus, which is my relationship with Christ, and put my focus back on, you know, just returning back. That's my biggest prayer. Lord, help me return back to my first love. Help me to return back to that place where I first got saved. And now I don't have that crutch of food anymore. He's all I got. You know, he's all I got, and I love him for it, you know. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for this video. I will do a second video right after this one, talking about how I get all my protein in, because I know a lot of people struggle with protein. But make sure you check out that video. If you have any questions, just let me know down in the description box. But I'm sorry, down in the comment section below. If you don't want to be public with your questions, you can always email me at birdladyspeaks@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And as usual, bye bye.